Pendulum Crusader here, and welcome to part 18. So we've moved on again. We've got the tanks painted and it's now fitted, and we had an issue with the oil pressure which I've had to sort out, which will become apparent in the video. I've been out and done a bit more blasting. I've done my kidney dash and my wheel hubs and my wheel fixing bolts. The fixing bolts have got to have tabs welded on them. And you've got to have a tab welded on them, so when they go in the hub they can look after themselves, they don't spin, because I've got no means of getting my hand in when the wheel's on to hold this end of the thing, because it's in between the brake drum and the hub. So I've got to weld a tab on there, so they're just self-locking. So yeah, a few bits have gone on, and hopefully I should be hitting the mudguard tomorrow. I keep saying this, but I'm almost caught up here now to the point where it's on the key, other than fitting the dashboard. So yeah, sit back and enjoy, and we're getting close to the end now. Well, we need to be, because next weekend is the road run. Yeah, believe it or not, yeah, there's a fair bit to do, but it's just chucking bits on basically. So yeah, sit back and enjoy, and we'll catch you on the road run. Right, so I'll just fetch the tank in. And then you can see the issue with them bosses, look. That one's got a bit of clearance, and the tank, well, I don't think the tank can go uphill. But so just to, you know, relieve them and give them a bit of clearance. And we can't alter the radiator whatsoever, because obviously it's got to sit on the tombstone and it is as is. So another thing I've got to do, I've got to nip out and see if my man will solder this up. I could do it, but it means I've got to go out and get the acid and so forth for the flux, and get a stick of solder and so on. So I might as well just nip it up to the radiator man, and he's all geared up for it, and 10 or 15 minutes and you'll have it done. So that's what I've got to do with that. It's a rear end fill, and which is early ones, and they opted for the middle one, because when they went uphill, like the fill rushed out down to the back end of the tank and come out the filler. But whereas in the middle, like, it's sort of equal. But I mean, that's the way it was when they first made them. So I've opted for one of them tanks because it's an early one. So yeah, so I've got to overcome them little problems, and I'll get back to you. Okay, so what we're doing here, we're just trying to assess the oil pressure, and flat out, as you can see, is about £30, and then 0 on tick over. So there's something seriously wrong there. I mean, I have seen it at 40 before, but something has gone wrong, and so we've got to look forward to doing something about it. That looks a bit better. I'll just stop it. Okay, so what happened there? Well, what happened was the oil pressure on the engine dropped right back almost to 0, and at flat out it would be reading £25–30, and I know that I have seen it at 40 at one period. So what do? You can't just take a sump off one of these because of the way it is. You know, your perch bracket, your radiator, and to get your gaskets to go back in, you've got to slacken the bellows, and I'll take the engine right out to get the sump out. No access to the relief valve or anything. So we had a look at the filter. So we did, yeah, this filter's a bit dirty. So we cleaned all that right out. And she's up, bearing in mind it's all got new oil in. And I decided that when I took this off, you've got 2 holes in there. You're in and you're out in the block. So I put the airline down there, and to no avail. And so I put it all back together. Then we got the bright idea that if we put a blank plate in there, which I did, and the idea is I'll just slacken the bolts and slide my little scraper in there, and that blanks both holes off. And so we blanked it off, and I drained the oil, took the inspection plate off the sump, that plate there, took that off and blew air up the oil pickup pipe in an attempt to get some air through the relief valve, see if we can unlodge it like. And again, it made a very slight difference. So this morning, and I'm a bugger for not taking pictures and I just get on with stuff. This morning I put the blank plate in again. Well, to be fair, I struck it up first, got it running, so you got plenty of oil around. And I just dropped them 3 bolts, put the blank plate in, buttoned it up, and started it up. And the idea being just to give it a quick start for like, you know, 7 or 8 seconds or whatever, and I'll just give it a quick rev, a couple of quick revs, and then shut it off, bearing in mind that plate in there, like, the oil's not circulating around the engine. Anyway, we've done that, and you've just seen the rewards of doing that, and that's now 40 and 50 pound pressure, and it's down on tick over for like 38 to 40. So you know, it just goes to show there was something in the relief valve. And when I dropped the oil and took the pan out, there was quite a few debris and bits and pieces. So basically, I've put the oil out, and it's now in that barrel, and I filled it all up with new oil again, brand new filter. And hopefully this time, you know, the filter will do its job, and you know, we've sort of used that oil as a flushing oil, and it's cleaned the engine out. So that's good. I mean, I'm really chuffed now that, you know, we've actually got that up to 40, you know, just by doing a few things. Because I mean, it makes you scratch your head. What the hell can you do to boost your pressure up? Have we got a bad engine or what? And like I say, I know I have seen it at 40, but so yeah, I mean, that was a major and good result. And because the one thing that I ain't blasted yet was my blooming kidney box, which I'm going to sort out. But anyway, so yeah, I've just spent a day now pretty much buggering about with that to try and get that sorted out, and I have put the breather pipe on. Look, I couldn't have the breather pipe as was, which just comes straight down here and go behind the starter, because there ain't enough room for this type of starter for it to go around. So I just moved it to the front and put it down there, and so that's another little job done there. And obviously the rocker box has been done, and it's now sealed up, and the handle's on. Look, and I'm not quite happy with that. It's only tacked on just for the sake of it being there. And I've got to make a cantilever system for that one. So yes, you know, a big sigh of relief there. But anyway, my tank's painted now. It's had 3 coats of paint. Got the top repaired because it was cracked all the way around the solder. I took it to my radiator man. He made a brilliant job of that. And plus he said there was a little leak in the back here, and he's inlaid another little piece of tin and soldered it all in. So it's been tested, so that's good. I'm pleased with that. So basically what I'm going to do now then is I'm going to fit the tank and get me pipe fitting sorted out, and get my sight glass on, like I said before, which is going to sit in there. And then, you know, we're sort of well moving forward. The front end will be pretty much finished other than the front axle. Well, the front axle's only got to be bolted. All the bits are here undone, and I've got my new tyres are there, and my tubes, so I've just got to fit them. So I'm going to do the tank now and get my fittings, my diesel side all trimmed up, and then I will hit the mudguard. So that's where we're at the minute. I ain't took much pictures because I'm a bugger for doing stuff, and then looking at it later, I didn't take no pictures of that. But and I didn't this morning. I was just too busy in my head trying to fathom out how to get on. So that's it. So that's up to date. So I'll catch you on the next one. Right, so I've got the tank on now, and it's got its webbing underneath, but you can just see it, top and bottom, both ends, and also I've now got my filter. Remember, it just got open top so I could pour diesel into it. Well, now she's all yocked up, the returns fastened onto it, and my filter bowl's in there, look, and all piped up to the bottom of the tank. So it's just a question now of putting a little bit of diesel in, make sure I've got no leaks, and then fill her up. We know she goes, and so So we're pretty much caught up with that then, and like I say, got a bit more painting to do down there, because we just blasted that lot, and while the paint's drying, I will then be getting on with the mudguard which is on the bench. So yeah, we're caught up there again now. So oh yeah, the only other thing I've got to make is I've got to make the bracket off of here to support the air cleaner pipe. But other than that, everything's made. So yeah, catch you on the next one. Okay, so we're doing a bit more painting. They've been undercoated and got the top coats on, and kidney dash got a top coat on the inside, and it's all just about dry, and then we've just got to do the outside. Look, it's been red oxided, and same as this one. The inside's done, the back plate of the kidney box, and the outside looks got to be done. And got a bit of overspray on the bracket. Missed it all together, forgot about it to be honest with you. But anyway. And so we've also done the bulkhead plates, which you might say, well, you've already done them, which I believe all did. So you go and get your paint, and you paint in good faith, and then you go to get a second batch of paint, and as sod's law, it's pretty different colour. You can just see different shade of green. Look. So yeah, that sort of buggered the job up a bit, but I shall repaint the nose cone, and I've done some of the back end. And I shall just blend in a patch or two here and there, just wrap the starter motor up in bits and pieces, and just do a patch or two just to colour it up a little bit, as it were. So let's get the torch. So I've done my pressed in brackets, my U-bolts, let's say the bulkhead brackets, bulkhead plates. And I'm already doing them, and the wing top will come when I do the mudguard. Them brackets are all underneath, so you'll not see them. I will have to do the seat. Yeah, that's a good point. We'll have to do the seat. Oh yeah, I've done all this lot. I've done the air cleaner, and I've done the foot plates, and I just had to get my seat, which is over there. Look. We'll have to redo that. We'll have to redo that mudguard. I'll just leave the wheels, but that'll have to have a colour coding. So yeah, there's so much we could have done without, but anyway, it's all coming. So right, bench is cleared, mudguard's all set up, ready to go. I've got to remark some of the bits. You can see my little drawing on there where I've got to drill my holes for my spot welds. And in cleaning the bloody mudguard up with getting the muck and dust off it, look, I've rubbed my bloody lines out. So I should just have to continue reline that one out so I can drill them in the right places. Then I'll correspond the lines onto my stays, so I can flip it over and just grind the area where I'm going to weld, and put a bit of pro weld on, and that'd be good. So that's for tomorrow Saturday. So I was about to crack into the mudguard Saturday, and I might set the video up and do you a quick run on what I'm doing with the mudguard, and so you can see it as all one process, but in quick motion like. So yeah, that's where we are now. I say I've had a few setbacks with the oil pressure, but the oil pressure's real good now, where it should be. It was just a scratch your head time to you know, to sort of to do, what do you do? You know, everything's inside the bloody engine light, you know, and so yeah, it took a bit of fathoming out, but we got it in the finish. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And like I say, when the next time, I said that on the last video, but when the next time you see this, it will have its wheels on. Because we've got this weekend and all next week, and then that following weekend is the road run. And so it's sort of all to do. I mean, the mud guard will be done tomorrow. Now I'm set up for it, so it'll be pretty much done tomorrow. And you know, get all its primer on, and then I can paint it Sunday, and then come Monday I can just bolt everything on, because it's all done now. So it's just all got to be bolted together, which won't take me long. The only thing I've got to do, which I mentioned before, is I'll pick one of these bolts up. Oh, it's here. Right. So my wheel bolts are bolts, not studs like you would expect them to be. Right. The wheel rim's in the way. Go up there a bit. Right. So we've got 5 bolts. Go right through the casting. Well, it's not what I would have done, but obviously in 44, when everything was flat out, they ain't got time to really drill holes and bugger about and do. They just cast the holes in the hub, and the job was a good one. Because that poses me a problem now, because when my bolt head is down in that groove, right in there where the hole is, and the wheel rim is over here, which it will be, I can't get my hand in there or a spanner in there to hold the bolt. So what I've got to do, I've got to weld a tab on it, a short tab, so boys, yeah, when you try to turn it, it locks up on the bottom 10mm spacer plate that's in there. And I really should have had I've got the torch in me, but yeah, I'm not. There, look. Let's put it up there. That's better. Oh! If I can get it to stick. Right, there we go. So yeah, it'll, you just see the hole there, look. And because it's just a little bit too high up for a flat to run on that spacer. So I've got to weld a tab on it, so when it goes round it hits that spacer and can't turn. And then my wheel rim will bolt on this side, and then, you know, it'll be a good one, like. So that is a job to do, but I shan't do that until I get all my mud guards and everything all bolted on and sorted out and done my kidney box on and all them sort of bits and pieces like. I'm confident we'll get it done, but it's just all in your face at the minute. So really, until next time, you're all caught up. And like I say, it will have wheels on next time, so with a bit of luck we can go for a ride. We ain't done a tractor ride this week because I've been too bloody busy. So yeah. So next Friday the video will be of of this all completed, and hopefully we'll have had a ride on it, because like I say, the weekend that follows is the road run, so it'd be nice to get a bit of a run in to make sure it's okay. So until then, guys, it'll be tractor road run time next time round. So we'll catch you up then.